people! Welcome to another edition of that finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim. Sadly, no Ninja Boy. Got a bit of the old tummy trouble, little collywobbles. So he can't sit down in the same place for too long. I think you can work out why, but I'm not going to go into graphic detail, because you don't need that when you're eating your dinner, or whatever it is you're doing right now. Now, why am I here today for WWE SuperCard? There's two main reasons. First reason is we advertised for 2 new members in episode 71 for Team BadLadDad. Now, we've had 2 winners, the first of which Matt has already signed up, and the second of which, My Time, is his YouTube name. Can't find a Twitter account for him. I've sent you some messages. You haven't replied so far, and you've got, well, it's now, it was 10 to 2 UK time, Monday afternoon. I think by the time this video's out, we'll have had to have made a decision. If you've not been in touch by about 4 o'clock-ish, we're going to have to get someone new in, because the event kicks off at 8 o'clock UK time this evening. In fact, it's probably going now. You're probably playing along while you're watching this nonsense. So, My Time, you might have missed your chance. I hope you haven't. I hope you're in. Because it's nice if the original competition winners can get in, but it does show the rest of you, if you don't get in first time round, it's always worth just hanging around, because you could get a runners-up spot. So there's that. Secondly, well, what am I doing? Why am I going off somewhere else? Let's have a quick look. I've joined a small team. You're probably all very well aware of this. If you watch SuperCard videos by the other big guys, and like by big guys I mean bigger than us, in our little family channel, like Biggie Dude and Super Zombie people, you will have already seen there is a little team that's been formed. It's just a one-off for this Team Ring Domination, yeah! With this multitudinous web of crystally shards. I don't know how, surely that's so easy to press the wrong thing. Who's got little fingers that can... Anyway, I digress. Let's have a look at the team. The team. How to play team points breakdown. Let's have a look at team points breakdown, because that'll give you the team names. And we have Edward. There's Zombie BBQ himself. Super Zombie Barbecue there. Biggie Dude. You all know Biggie Dude. Jim Bonner. C'est moi. Fooge. There's the Fooge. Always calls me Jim Banana for some reason, apparently. I don't mind. Stitches. Kimbo Skill. Edgepunk. Superhero Man. And Rare Spark. There you go. There's a few names to conjure with. There's a few sort of YouTube glitterati for the WWE SuperCard world. Now, how we're going to get on, I don't know. How the game's going to work, not quite sure. We're going to find out fairly soon. But it's a bit of fun. Bit different. As I say, it is a one-off. Whether the other's going to hang around in the same team, I'm not sure. But I know that for myself, I've agreed to do this once. Then I'm going to go back to Team BadLadDad, which is why we had 2 spots originally. We've lost 1 team member, and I'm stepping away for a week. But then I'll be back. I'll be back. So that's that, really. So I have absolutely no doubt that you're going to be swamped with videos from the gang of Team whatever the hell. Yeah, JB's done one of these things where it's all symbols. It's not a name, so I can't give you the name. Don't even bother trying to look up the name. It's all just like it's symbols into a face type nonsense. So Team Blue, let's call this Team Blue Blue. However well we do, it'd be interesting to see whether we all come in hell-bent for leather at the start, or whether we just sort of dribble in when we feel like it. Because, again, we don't know what the actual card is up for grabs. It's certainly not going to be a special event card. It's just going to be a normal Survivor card. Be interesting to see how we get on. So there's that stuff. What else have we got? There's King... Oh, yes. Road to Glory! Well, it's not a Road to Glory. Again, those of you who saw the last episode 71, will know, I couldn't play PCC very much for the week of Ric Flair, and it just wasn't worth getting involved in this Road to Glory. I've got so many other things to get involved with. It's just nice to have a weekend off. So that is, I can quite confidently say, out of Season 1 and Season 2, this is the worst I've ever done in Road to Glory. It's been more of a stumble to a mediocre existence. And not even that. It's a sort of pathetic, a pace to a pathetic position, perhaps. Let's settle for that. Pace to a pathetic position. And then there's a King of the Ring that I entered at about 3 o'clock this morning, which, where am I at the moment? Standings, a couple of places down. Joint second with 3 others. And there's probably 4 or 5 humans involved in this one. I'm pleased to say it's not repeated the horrendous King of the Ring I had about 3 weeks ago, where there was about 10:30 in the morning and I entered, and it was all humans. Never seen that before, and hope I never see it again, because for every single round you had to power up, because you just couldn't run the risk of your opponent not powering up. And it was just such a slog, really was. And I lost in the semis as well, so I didn't even get a survivor card out of it. So let's just do a little bit of, while we're just sitting here, let's do a little bit of exhibition. Just have a quick look at my cards. I've actually stripped them down a bit. It says 109 out of 150. I've still got a few I can feed away. That's just leg ends, isn't it? But I've actually, what I've done, as they've said, there's no chance of there being the fusion chamber. Long John Silver and the Pirates, they're furious down there in the fusion chamber. What's going on, Big Jim? What's happening? Why is this not occurring? What's Cat Daddy playing at? Give him the Cat Daddy of Nine Tails. So there's no fusion chamber for the time being. So there's a lot of epic cards that I'd been stashing. Quite a few cards I've been stashing. I've just got rid of them because it did make my card total was about 109, 110. So every 40 cards I was having to flip and go in, feed cards into other cards. So this time around I've just got rid of a lot of the epics. I think we go to the epics. There's just this little mob. The only way is epics. So, oh, actually, I don't need that, do I? No. So I can feed Miss Elizabeth into someone. Anyway, I digress. That's not important either. Menu screen. Always like to have a look at the menu screen now and again. And wait on a network error. That's something that's a particular favourite of mine. It's waiting on a network. Talk amongst yourselves while we just wait for this to occur. Oh, yes. We talk about technical problems that kick in, he says, looking down at his Wi-Fi box that's blinking rather pathetically down by my feet. What I've had to do, the Wi-Fi went off just before I was about to record this, and time is limited. Time for doing these things is don't have a large window of opportunity for doing these videos. So what I've had to do is, on my iPhone, I've had to set up a hotspot, a Wi-Fi hotspot, and then I've tapped in to my Wi-Fi hotspot using my iPad here. It's a very convoluted way just to do one simple video. Right, here we go. A little bit of exhibition. Like, that's all my top boys in there at the moment. I haven't really got anyone to feed up because I've had a fairly relaxing couple of weeks rather than ploughing through events. Not had an awful lot to do, so I've lost track a bit of when my next Survivor pool's due. I don't know how fastidious, how careful you guys are about counting your resets and your Rusevs, but counting your resets to see how close you are to your next deck reset to get a top tier card. It's not something that I've ever done particularly. You just get a feeling for it, you know. After a while you think, no, it's been a while since I pulled a Survivor card, and you do tend to get a little flurry of higher tier cards. Like, I tend to have had my Survivor card pulls have been preceded by I've got no idea why I played Callisto then. It's because I'm talking. It'll be one anyway, that's fine. I tend to be preceded by perhaps pulling a couple of ultra rares and then a legendary, some support cards particularly of legendary level, and then you get your Survivor pull like 5, 6, 10 resets later. Now that's happened to me for the last 2 or 3 Survivor pulls, and so that's quite, I don't know if that's a common thing. I don't know if you've experienced the same. If you have, let me know in the comments down below. But have you noticed any trends, any little patterns just before you get your big pull? Again, you'll have seen Ninja Boy's been quite wary of getting involved in any of the events where he's Survivor on exhibition deck, but in the events when you obviously got more than just your a number of Survivor, number of exhibition cards, involved, he's been absolutely paranoid about, say, picking out a legendary card because he's on legendary tier for Road to Glory or something, and I can't blame him for that. He's seen me do it twice. Twice I was in Ring Domination, better say it properly. Before I dropped down to Epic tier just to get a 4th card. Don't know why, just love the game so much. And both times I actually pulled an epic card, so it ruined what should have been 2 different legendary pulls. So I've not done that since. I learned my lesson. Once bitten, twice shy. 3 times, you're damn stupid. So that's not something I'm going to repeat, and I can't blame him for not wanting to do the same himself. So I'm just doing a little bit of exhibition, just to warm up the fingers. It's a little bit of pre-match warm-up, ready for Ring Domination this evening. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing the dynamics, see what sort of banter's going on in the chat mode. Of course, this is chat mode. We've got the new chat mode will have kicked in for this evening. This is where, you lucky people, the chat will pop up in a window while you're playing. Is that going to be a good thing? I've got a feeling it could be a rather irritating thing. Tonight, we will find out. Tonight, we can tell whether this is going to be a useful innovation or a complete pain in the rear end because someone keeps telling you about what they've just done. When actually, you couldn't give a chuff. You don't care what they've just done. You're trying to get on with your own game and watch the TV and eat some dinner and everything else that you're doing at the same time. So, it'll be interesting to see whether that is useful or whether it's just something they could have perhaps ignored and concentrated on those network errors instead. Right, oh my, look at that boost, man. So I've lost this one. So, we will know by the time this video comes out, as I mentioned, who the second new member of Team BadLadDad has been. Oh, super rare. Super rare Nix. And we will also see how Team BladBladBlad is getting on. And whether we're having a competition within ourselves to see who can make the most points, or whether we're just, as I say, having a quiet chisel away in the background. I'll do one more of these, then I shall get out of your face. Because I know you don't want to see too much of me. It's not the same with that Ninja Boy, is it? It's Ninja Boy's the star. I just hold the thing together and do the editing, do all the boring stuff. Ninja Boy is the main man in town. And of course, Ninja Boy is running Team BadLadDad right now. So he's a man of considerable power and strength and charisma. He has got his own card. Actually, thanks to Mariotti, if you look to the side, you can see the special cards that he made up for us, sort of throwbacky type cards for Jim Barner and Ninja Boy. Top dude, really, really special. Really pleased with those. Right, come on, let's finish the. Oh. Okay, the usual procking luck doesn't seem to be on my side, but then who cares? It's just a little bit of warm up. Just get the fingers going, as I mentioned. There we go. Nice 3-0 defeat to finish. Oh, I can't finish on a 3-0 defeat. Come on, right. Let's take this one seriously. Concentrate, people. Concentrate on what we're doing. Right, number 1. Table. Nice. Right, here we go. Final game. It's the final game. Stuffing. Bit of stuffing. Stuffing 135. I wonder what the 135 is. What's the significance of 135 stuffing? Right, so much speed charisma. We will go with Jericho. What's that? 6'1", nearly 6'2", 5'9", 5'6". Jericho. Walls of Jericho. He's the man. Diva toughness speed has got to be Sashar. Sure, into action. I mean, it's just not the same when I go quiet. I'm concentrating, is it? Now, what I do know, tag team toughness speed. What I do know, what we've got coming up for you is we've got some FIFA videos. We recorded a couple of FIFA videos over the weekend, so one of those will be out in the next couple of days. It don't take much editing, thankfully, though. So that'll be up. And also, I'm going to do a Clash of Clans update for again the BadLadDad village in the Clan Wars. You see, there's a common theme here. Try and keep the names typically concurrent within the games. So there we have it. That'll do for now. I'm in Team BladBladBlad. Look out for us in Team Ring Domination. Have a good Team Ring Domination. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments down below. Look out for Team BadLadDad, because I've got a feeling Team BadLadDad, in my absence, are going to put in a supreme effort, and in fact try and get to the top target before even Team BladBladBlad. And go, what do you walk away for, Big Jim? Should have stayed with us. We're the crew. Don't ever go away again. And I can't blame them for that. So there we have it. That's it for now. As I always say, follow us on Twitter at BadLadDad or subscribe down below. Find out when the next videos are coming out. And we shall see you very soon. Stay cool.